Center of Excellence Band's history dates back to 1960, when the band was first organized in El Paso, Texas as the 34th Infantry Band of the 34th Infantry Regiment. During its time with the 34th Infantry Regiment, the band earned campaign participation credit in World War I in Lorraine, France. The band served for many years in Fort Benning, Georgia until it was inactivated in June of 1940. In October of 1942, the band was reactivated at Schofield Barracks, Hawaii, and this time aligned with the 136th Infantry Regiment. The band was called on to support overseas efforts during wartime before being deactivated again in December of 1946. After several reorganizations and redesignations, the band was finally activated once again on Fort Benning, Georgia in 1955 as a touring and third army band. In 2009, during Fort Benning's transformation to Fort Knox, the band was officially designated the National Center of Excellence Band. We welcome you today on behalf of all the men and women of today's Army, for they're the strength of the nation, ready today and prepared for tomorrow. Sergeant Scarlett. I'm the vocalist for the MCOE band, and we are excited to be here with you this morning to celebrate this momentous occasion for you and your soldier. But what we want to know right now is how many of you are excited to see those soldiers march across the field this morning? That's pretty good. But I think we can do a lot better than that. Because I don't know if you know this, but your soldier is just right over there. So I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to count to 3. And I want you to give me as much noise as possible. 1, 2, 3. Rise and join the MCOE band in singing God Bless America. Thank you so much. Please be seated and you'll see your soldier real soon. For over 60 years, the musicians of the United States Army Maneuver Center Vessels Band have taken great pride in entertaining the soldiers, families, and civilians of the Fort Benning, Columbus, and Phoenix City communities. Through music, they share the story of our nation and its soldiers worldwide.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The ceremony will begin in 2 minutes. Before the ceremony begins, we ask that you silence all electronic devices and please refrain from smoking during the ceremony. General Donahoe and Command Sergeant Major Gardner, the United States Army Maneuver Center of Excellence, and Brigadier General Burris and Command Sergeant Major Gunn, the United States Army Infantry School, we welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Thank you for taking the time to share the great day with us. Before we start today's ceremony, would the veterans in the audience please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in a round of applause for these veterans that have taken peace. Thank you. For 246 years, American infantry soldiers have quietly gone about their duty that has taken them to historic battlefields on many of Earth's continents. Infantry soldiers stood fast on the bloody battlefields within our own borders, creating a republic and saving a union. They defeated our nation's enemies in Mexico, Cuba, and China. These warriors scorned the Kaiser in the trenches of France and defeated fascism in Germany and Italy. They set the rising sun of Imperial Japan on 1,000 islands in the Pacific and stood firm against the communists in the mountains and the snows of Korea and in the steamy jungles of the Southeast Asia. Infantry soldiers won the Cold War and preserved peace in the far-reaching places like South Korea and Europe by their vigilant presence and spread freedom in Grenada, Panama, Kuwait, and Somalia with their sweat and blood. Infantry soldiers left the comfort of their families and endured the most demanding conditions of cold, heat, of dust and mud, of desert and jungle to fight our nation's wars. These young soldiers, soon to be in front of you today, all volunteers, joined the Army and the infantry in a time of war. They chose to serve their nation, knowing that they may be deployed in support of contingency operations around the world by their commander-in-chief. To commemorate the sacrifices of those who went before them, and to tangibly link the commitment of today's soldiers with their legendary predecessors, this beautiful parade ground was seeded with soil taken from significant battlefields in our nation's history. On March 19, 2009, a hero or descendant of a hero of these battles spread soil on the very place where your soldiers will walk. These battles include Yorktown, Antietam, Soissons, Corregidor, Normandy, San Lorenzo, Korea, LZX, Iraq, and Afghanistan. When these young men march proudly past you, they will actually be walking on the ground hollowed by their infantry forefathers. One of those leaders was 2nd Lieutenant Daniel K. Inouye, later Sunday Inouye, from Hawaii. On 12 September 2014, soil was spread on the parade field from San Lorenzo, Italy, and the parade field was officially named Inouye Field in his honor. In 1997, he was awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroic actions on 21 April 1945 at San Lorenzo. As a platoon leader in the 442nd Regimental Combat Team, despite being critically wounded, 2nd Lieutenant Inouye, by his gallant, aggressive tactics and his indomitable leadership, led his platoon to advance through fierce resistance and capture the heavily defended and fortified ridge known as Col Musatello outside the town of San Lorenzo, Italy. The purpose of today's ceremony is to recognize the commitment of the soldiers in formation today who have chosen to serve their country as infantry soldiers. This review is the last official formation of the training cycle. Not everyone has successfully completed this difficult period of training, but those in formation today represent disciplined, motivated, physically fit soldiers who exemplify the Army's 7 core values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. These soldiers are imbued with the warrior ethos and display the tenets of putting the mission first, never accepting defeat, never quitting, and never leaving behind a fallen comrade. This is an important day, and they can take great pride in their accomplishments. This ceremony marks the culmination of months of long, arduous training, the results of which are these superb infantry soldiers prepared to take their places in infantry units around the world. Like you, we are proud of their accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, during the next few moments, there will be loud noises and smoke from the use of pyrotechnics. On the far side of the parade field, the World War II Company Street serves as a constant reminder of the time-honored traditions and values of America's greatest generation, those infantry soldiers who walked before us. In just a few moments, Out from the past will emerge our country's next greatest generation, today's infantry warrior. They understand how to shoot, move, and communicate as a team. They are adaptable warriors who can fight as a mechanized force, from strikers or Bradleys, from the sky as airborne or air assault, and whose training is the basis for our elite special operations warriors. Most importantly, they are patriots who in a time of war raised their right hand and swore an oath to God and country to defend the Constitution of the United States against any enemy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Infantry Rifle Squad. The squad is led by a staff sergeant. They are armed with an M4 carbine. The M4 carbine is the latest evolution of the M16 family and is designed for use in vehicle and close quarters combat. The squad has 2 fire teams. Each fire team is led by a sergeant. They are armed with an M4 carbine. This carbine is fully modular with an integrated receiver rail system that can mount the M68 close combat optic, and AN PEC-15 infrared laser designator used to engage targets at night. Each fire team has 1 automatic rifleman. They are armed with an M249 squad automatic weapon. This is the squad vehicle machine gun. It has a sustained rate of fire of 850 rounds per minute and weighs 17 pounds. Each fire team has 1 grenadier. They are armed with an M4 and M320 grenade launcher. It fires a variety of 40mm grenades to include high explosive, illumination, colored smoke, and buckshot. The M320 provides an invaluable indirect fire capability to the infantry squad. The remaining soldier in each fire team is the Rifleman. They are armed with an M4 carbine and the M136 AT4 anti-tank launcher. The AT4 fires an 84mm shaped charge capable of defeating up to 14 inches of rolled homogeneous steel and breaching bunkers or masonry walls in urban structures. Additionally, each of these soldiers is wearing the advanced combat helmet with the AN PBS-14 monocular night vision device. This night vision device allows the soldiers to see in low or no light conditions. Coupled with the laser designator on their weapon, they can place effective fire on all targets at night. On their torso, they are wearing the improved Outer Tactical Vest, or IOTV, which consists of 4 armored plates capable of stopping small arms fire and fragmentation. Additionally, he is wearing knee and elbow pads, ballistic eye protection, and a water hydration source. Ladies and gentlemen, all members of today's rifle squad are from Delta Company, 2nd Battalion, 29th Infantry Regiment. This is the modern day warrior, armed and equipped to fight and win anywhere, anytime, and in any type of terrain against any enemy. These infantry soldiers are trained and ready to defend our country and preserve our way of life. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in a round of applause for the United States Infantry Rifle Squad. Ladies and gentlemen, now returning to the parade field is the United States Army Maneuver Center Excellence Band, led by Drum Major Staff Sergeant Lewis Johnson, commanded and directed by Chief Warrant Officer 3, Charles Doswell. Ladies and gentlemen, now marching on the parade field are the infantry soldiers for the Delta Company, 2nd Battalion, and Infantry Regiment. The company commander is Captain Russell Link, and the company purser is Sergeant First Class Armando Alvarado. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation and remain standing for the arrival of the official party. Chaplain Alexander Anage, the 2nd Battalion and Infantry Regiment Chaplain, will offer the invocation.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations to all of you. Let us pray. The Lord of wisdom and compassion, we offer your blessing on the Delta Company, 2nd Battalion, 29th Infantry Regiment graduation ceremony this morning. We thank you for giving us a day like today to remember and celebrate. Yes, today is a day of celebration, graduation ceremony for our proud soldiers. We celebrate our soldiers for their hard work and their success. We thank the great Lord for all the blessing and pray for continued blessings as they are now the world's best infantry soldiers, protecting their beloved country. I ask for your compassion, protection, good energy, encouragement, and motivation to keep them strong and healthy. May the Lord and the Holy Spirit from all directions protect our infantry soldiers and their families to be healthy and strong in the bodies, mind, spirit. Amen.
The official party for today's ceremony consists of the 2nd Battalion, 29th Infantry Regiment Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Fowler, and the Battalion Command Sergeant Major Christopher Bolden. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Detachment! Present! Order!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the National Anthem. Gentlemen, if you are not in uniform, please remove your headgear. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The infantry soldiers graduating today come from many parts of the United States. The flags of the 50 states and 6 territories displayed at the museum symbolize the broad base of our national defense. The company standing before you has conducted a turning blue ceremony on Canal Field. Because blue is the color of the infantry, this ceremony culminated with each graduating soldier receiving the coveted symbols of an infantry soldier, the cross rifle insignia with blue background disc, and the blue infantry cord. Turning blue signifies the rite of passage of these soldiers to carry on the finest traditions of the infantry. The infantry cross rifles, blue disc, and blue cord mark these soldiers as qualified to be the finest soldiers in the world, United States Army infantry soldiers. The soldiers most responsible for these training and these infantry soldiers are the drill sergeants, who are carefully selected by the Department of the Army. The drill sergeant campaign hat and badge have been a stoic symbol of professionalism and pride since 1962. At this time, the drill sergeant of the cycle for Delta Company, 2nd Battalion, 29th Infantry Regiment, Drill Sergeant Tyler Charleston, will recite the Drill Sergeant Creed.
Drill Sergeant Creed. I am a drill sergeant. I will assist each individual in their efforts to become a highly motivated, well-disciplined, mentally fit soldier, capable of defeating any enemy on today on our battlefield. I will instill pride in all I train, pride itself, in the Army, and in country. I will insist that each soldier meets and maintains the Army standard of military bearing and courtesy, consistent with the highest tradition of the U.S. Army. I will lead by example, never requiring a soldier to attempt any task I would not do myself. But first, last, and always, I, an American soldier, sworn to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. I am a drill sergeant. This will defend.
At this time, the official party will present the awards. The drill sergeant of the cycle will receive the Army Commendation Medal, and the Distinguished Honor Graduate will receive the Army Achievement Medal. Each will receive a 1-year membership in the National Infantry Association. Receiving the Drill Sergeant of the Cycle Award from Delta Company's 2nd Battalion, 29th Infantry Regiment is Drill Sergeant Tyler Charleston from Laurinburg, North Carolina. Drill Sergeant Charleston's spouse, Faith, is being presented a bouquet of yellow roses in recognition of constant support given to Drill Sergeant Charleston. The Distinguished Honor Graduate from Delta Company, 2nd Battalion, 29th Infantry Regiment is Specialist Matthew Warmbroad from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Specialist Warmbroad's following assignment is an opportunity at Special Forces Assessment and Selection. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in giving these fine soldiers a round of applause. ladies and gentlemen, the commander of 2nd Battalion, 29th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Fowler.
Good morning, everyone. What a great day to be a soldier on Fort Benning, Georgia. And for the men standing in front of you, what a great day to be an infantry soldier. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate the graduation of Dagger Company, 2nd Battalion, 29th Infantry Regiment. Colonel Hensler, Command Sergeant Benavidez, thank you for joining us on this awesome day. Most important, a very special welcome to the family and friends joining us here both physically and virtually today as they celebrate their sons, brothers, husbands, and friends, and our Army's newest infantry soldiers as they complete the first step in their Army service. On behalf of Colonel Hensler and Command Sergeant Major Benavidez and the 197th Infantry Brigade, as well as the Pioneer Battalion, thank you for the unwavering encouragement and support you provided your soldier over the last 22 weeks. Your encouragement and support has built upon a foundation that will set them up for success in the future. I'd also like to thank the Maneuver Center of Excellence Band. Your presence and professionalism helped set the tone for our Army's finest infantry soldiers. You sound awesome. I also want to recognize the hard work and dedication of our drill sergeants and cadre, who taught, coached, and mentored these soldiers to get where they are today. The drill sergeants in the Sledgehammer Brigade are the epitome of a professional non-commissioned officer. Having watched their leadership over the past 22 weeks, I can attest that there is no more difficult yet rewarding job in the Army. Without a doubt, they are committed to the future of our infantry and our Army, and take pride in their mission, not just to train the skills of the infantry soldier, but to change these young men's lives and instill with them the self-confidence, self-discipline, and drive to complete any task they set their mind to. Please join me in a well-deserved round of applause for the drill sergeant. To the infantry soldiers graduating today, you built the foundation here over the last 22 weeks for a reason. Don't forget the basic soldier skills you learned with physical fitness and discipline being at the forefront. Do the right thing even when no one is looking. This will set you up for success as you set the example for your peers and your leaders while you continue to grow as a soldier. The Soldier's Creed and the Infantry Creed are more than just words we memorize. Continue to immerse yourself in the culture those creeds speak and challenge yourself to live up to what they represent. If you remember back to the first 100 yards, the day you started your journey in the infantry, we tasked you to challenge yourself every day. No matter what the task you're executing, challenge yourself to be better than you were the day before and learn from each day. Each and every one of you did that over the past 22 weeks, whether on the rifle marksmanship ranges, the PT fields, the live fire ranges, or the field training exercises. Your growth hasn't stopped. And training is a journey, not a destination. You must continue to be a sponge and learn from your leaders so you continue to grow as soldiers, as infantry soldiers, and as human beings. As you continue to grow in the infantry, be proud of what you've accomplished. Just to get to this point, you've completed something that less than 1% of the American public would even volunteer for. But in the words of the great Colonel retired Ralph Puckett, our nation's most recent Medal of Honor awardee, never be satisfied. Satisfaction breeds complacency, and we can never rest on our laurels. Before you know it, you'll be the experienced soldier in your fire team, in your rifle squad, and the next generation of graduates will be looking to you to learn the ropes. You must continue to challenge yourself and to set the right example for your teammates. Finally, I know that the drill sergeants of Dagger Company set in you a solid foundation to build upon as you depart to your first duty station. You have that foundation of discipline, physical fitness, and lethality. Your journey has just begun. I am extremely proud of what you've accomplished and how you've grown. Continue to challenge yourselves to be better every day. One force, one fight, follow me. Forever forward, we lead the way. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Infantry Creed is the standard for all infantry soldiers to live by. The Infantry Creed helps infantry soldiers understand that despite their very diverse backgrounds, all infantry soldiers are warriors and members of a team. We invite all soldiers, both past and present, to stand and join as the soldier of the cycle from Delta Company, 2nd Battalion, 29th Infantry Regiment, Specialist Matthew Warbrod leads the Army's newest infantry soldiers in the Infantry Creed.
The Infantry Creed! I'm the infantry! I'm my country's strength in war, for return and peace! I'm the heart of the fight, wherever, whenever! I carry America's faith and honor against her enemies! I'm the queen of battle! I'm what my country expects me to be! The best trained soldier in the world! In the race for victory, I'm swift, determined, and courageous, armed with the fierce will to win. Never will I fail my country's trust. Always I fight on, through the road, to the connected, triumph over all. And in that courage, I'll fight my death. By my steadfast courage, I've won more than 200 years of freedom. I yield not to weakness, to hunger, to cowardice, to pain, to fear odds. For I'm mentally tough, physically strong, and morally straight. I'm stake on my country, my mission, my comrades, my sacred duty. I'm relentless, I'm always there, now forever. I'm the infantry, all day! Either way, sir. Sir, soldiers from Dagger Company, 2nd Battalion, 29th Infantry Regiment are fully trained and prepared to take their places in infantry units around the world.
Pass for review.
Pass! In review!
Ladies and gentlemen, as the soldiers pass to your front, we invite you to take pictures, but please remain in your seats. When the American flag passes to your front, we ask that you rise and that gentleman remove their headgear. Once the American flag has passed your location, you may be seated. Additionally, we ask that you please remain in the stands until the band has completely left the field, and the commander of troops reports the conclusion of the ceremony.
Come forward from the right! Right turn! Right turn!
The Color Sergeant is Staff Sergeant David Saunders from Roanoke, Virginia. The Platoon Sergeant for the 3rd Platoon is Drill Sergeant Ray Ayala from Rancho Cucamonga, California. Level 2 Sergeant for Fulkerson, Distinguished Sergeant Joshua Sanders, Prospect, Tennessee. And First Sergeant, Lieutenant Second Battalion, Infantry Regiment, Sergeant Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as the band plays the infantry song and the army song. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the 197th Infantry Brigade Commander, Colonel Bart Hensler, and Brigade Command Sergeant Major Victor Benavides, we thank you for attending today's graduation ceremony. You may now join your soldier in formation in the front of the museum. Have a safe journey home and follow game.
First up, go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, stop right here. 23, 26, 27,
Russell. Honey.
Six.
stagger, horseshoe formation around me.
Oh, that was not him. That was not him.
Hey, Cameron!
I got one.